Welcome to Hildestone College's quick lesson series where our teachers give you some English language tips.
Hello and welcome back to Quick Lessons. Today we're going to have a look at the A and the E sound, and we're going to hear about the better batter as well. Now, the first thing that you need to remember, and it's actually quite hard, people forget this all the time, so you'll need some time to get used to it probably. In English, letters are not sounds, okay? So one letter might be pronounced in lots of different ways, so you can't just read the letters you see and expect to be right. This is particularly true with the A sound, okay? So, for that reason, as you can see, I'm using the symbol for A. When you see that symbol, then you know 100% of the time, for certain, it's an A sound. That's not the case when you see the letter A. The A is the sound that you hear in cat. But if you look at the word maid, for example, there's the letter A, and it's an A sound. It's not an A sound. Okay? Now, the E sound actually looks like an E, so that's a little bit easier to remember, and it's the sound in egg. But remember, not every letter E will be an E sound. So in the word mother, for example, it's a letter E, but the sound is A. Okay? So I'm sorry to tell you this, but you can't trust English letters, especially not the vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U, and their combinations. Okay? There are different ways of saying those letters. So if you can, keep it in mind, letters are not sounds. Now, to make the A sound successfully, you need to open your mouth and smile just a little, only a tiny bit, and you'll notice that the tip of your tongue is just behind your lower front teeth. A. A. There's not much else to think about because your mouth is just open. It's not like the other sounds where you're using your lips and your teeth. Okay? A. Now you'll see the difference when we go on to the next sound, which is the E. Now you do open your mouth again for the E sound, clearly, but slightly less than for A. So when I say A, E, A, E, then you can see my mouth is closing just very slightly. You might have noticed another change as well, here and here. It's one of the few advantages of being a little bit older. You have clearer lines here. Okay, it might not be something you're looking forward to having, but it helps me demonstrate the pronunciation to you. So if you smile just a little bit more than for A, you see these lines much more clearly here. Okay? In addition, the tip of your tongue, that's the part right at the end, it's just slightly higher than for A as well. Now a good way to compare the two sounds is to do what I was doing and say them one after the other. A, E, A, E. If you put your hand here and say A, E, A, E, you'll feel the tension changing here in your cheeks if you're pulling out the corners of your lips by smiling enough. And you'll probably feel a slight up and down movement in your jaw as well, because of, for the E sound, your mouth being slightly less open than for the A sound. Okay? It's a small difference, but it is there. And it helps us hear the difference between the two sounds. Now that's why pronunciation is important, of course. If confusing two sounds changes the meaning of what you say, that's not a good thing. You'll confuse people. So we're focusing on where it makes a difference. Okay? So here are some words with a and some words with e. I'll read them in pairs. First with a and then the word with e. Okay? And, end. Bat, bet. Pan, pen. Mass, mess. Cattle, kettle. That last one is one of my favourites. Cattle means cows, okay, a group of cows. Kettle is what you use to make water hot for a cup of tea. So if somebody makes a mistake and asks you to put the cattle on, or put the cows on, it sounds very strange. And if you want to come to Britain, especially to drink some wonderful British tea, you don't want to make that mistake, do you? Play that section of the recording again if you're not sure if you've heard the difference, and watch carefully in the difference in mouth shape as I say the pairs of words. With enough practice, you will be able to do this. Now, let's look at a short text. Again, you might want to hear this a couple of times and then have a go yourselves. If you record yourself and listen back to it, then you might have a better idea of how well you're doing this. Okay? So, I'll read it for you first. You can use it as a model or you can use it to compare to your own pronunciation, okay? Two men battle to be best. In the last match, the champion was Sam. Ken sat on the bench all day. Then Ken begged Matt, the captain, to let him bat today. Fans say Ken batted better than Sam at today's match. I bet Sam was sad and said to Matt, Ken can bat better than me and is a better man. Now that's a very silly text, of course, but as you can see, there's lots of a and e sounds in it. If the letter is underlined, it's an a sound. If the letter is in bold print, so much blacker, then it's an e sound. Keep practicing. You can only get better if you practice. Okay, nobody gets worse by practicing. And I look forward to seeing you again soon for another quick lesson. Bye!
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click on the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. That's it for this lesson. Until next time, goodbye.